Hello, love. Welcome to the Libran Key. My name is Elene, here as a conduit, messenger, channel for spirit, energy, for the highest and greatest good of the Elsh Collective, empaths, light workers, starseeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message has found you, and or if you have found it, because it goes both ways, that there be something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. Thank you, family, for being here. Please make sure that you are tapping that bell and getting the notifications for these videos moving forward, because this is new territory here on the channel. Messages coming through when they want to, percolating messages, shifts and changes happening. We are in new territory. And on that note, we're going to get into the message that wants to come through for this reading. On behalf of the Green Fairy, and by extension, she's saying to me the Fae realm, I am working with the energies of green Apophyllite and Citrine. I'm wearing my green Apophyllite, working with the energies of Citrine, and she's reminding me orange calcite as well here, okay? This beautiful piece of orange calcite. Can you see that? Gorgeous. There's this beautiful little rainbow. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yes. In this beautiful piece of, this is actually a Smokey citrine, and there's significance in that, is what she's saying to me. These crystals work really well with her energy, okay? And any crystal she's saying that bring you joy work really, really well to connect with her and her energy, and any aspects of the Fae realm. And I'm getting the energy of the fox wanting to come through now as well for this, okay? So please take these messages as confirmation. These are activating messages as always. She wants to bring us back to the energy here of play. And specifically when I was opening up sacred space here, as I struck the match, it literally came out like this. Like it, and then I heard split but still lit. Split but still lit. And they're like, keep it and show it. And I was like, okay. This is a metaphor essentially for the energy of transmutation. This is a metaphor for understanding the importance of play when it comes to lightening energy and transmuting energy, okay? And specifically, this has to do with division, and division in every sense is what she's showing me, our own division within ourselves, okay? The division specifically that we feel between what's referred to as our inner child, which really is the child that we are, that we always are, that is always within us, okay? And on that note, she just wants me to pop cards. I'm going to be asking first from the Tarot Original 1909. I'm going to be asking first through this deck. And I just bought Colette Baron-Reid's and Jena DellaGrottaglia's Enchanted map deck. I am being called to pop through that as well. One deck that I really love to connect with her, that I've already popped cards from, and actually she's directing me that we may do that again, is this Fairy Dust. I absolutely love this deck. That's kind of how she introduced herself to me. Okay. Justice coming out first. So right off the bat, I'm hearing that this is about balance. And sometimes we can be a little bit too much in this energy of righteousness, or feeling like something has to be justified in order for us to do it. And part of this she's saying to me, it has to do with the programming, okay? This has to do with the programming, okay? Page of Cups coming out. That just sort of flipped over. Interesting, with Judgment in reverse, okay? And this Three of Swords. All right, so what's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. There's something here we're not seeing. Now, Remember that if you are attuned to these messages, these are, I'm sounding like there's a frog in my throat right now. She's saying that that's significant. This has to do with not speaking up about something, but she's bringing it back to the self. She's bringing it back to, this is really, for some reason, really, she's really emphasizing here the fact that this has to do with the Ange Collective, okay? So part of this is a collective reading as well. For those of you that identify or resonate with being empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, healers, awakened and awakening souls, those of you who are on a path of spiritual growth, those of you who are on a path of growth, period. Because she's like, remember green? That's also connected to growth. Hello. So there's something here that we're not wanting to see, okay? This could be around something to do with relationships that have gone awry, where we didn't speak up. And here's the thing. She's actually directing me to my own experience with regard to this, which is incredibly nuanced when it comes to when we think we're actually speaking our truth, but we are, in a way, not actually asserting the thing at a deeper level we know intuitively. Okay? And that's probably because we're still in the process of learning and growing and also transmuting, transforming, changing. Okay? The harsh judgment that we have on ourselves when it comes to that, we break our own hearts when we do that, okay? We break our own hearts when we do that. This Page of Cups energy coming out here is a reminder for us to be sensitive to our own heart. And what she's showing me is that that little fish in the cup there is actually us looking into our own heart. She's showing me someone actually scrying into the cup right now, but looking into their own reflection, like seeing themselves in that cup and in that energy. Okay? When was the last time you made a wish, is what she's saying to me. One of the cards, well, at the bottom of the deck from the fairy dust deck was the wishing well card. To make some magic, to make some wish magic. I see I even missed the word. Isn't that interesting? To make some wish magic, cast this spell, throw pennies into the wishing well. So you remember when you were a kid, because the other card that came out here was play, okay? Step outside and feel the sun, breathe the air, play, have some fun. Do you remember when you were a kid and you just used to make a wish? And you had no necessary, like, you didn't really have an attachment to the outcome of what it would be? That energy of wishing something in play, the energy of the imagination is what she's bringing back to me here, okay? There is a need right now for us to really come back to this energy of lifting, of transmuting denser energy, because there is a lot that's going on and will be going on this year in terms of purging and transmuting denser energies, okay? She wants me to go to the fairy dust oracle here. She wants me to leave the play card out, okay? And I'm just gonna pop a couple more cards here that she wants to bring through, because so much of this is about also shifting our focus. She's bringing me back to the split but still lit. So I'm being reminded of the work of Viktor Frankl right now. Okay. Wishing well came out again. Okay, so obviously, yeah, there's something here with this, okay? Wishing well, making a wish. And this is so interesting because she's saying to me that there's nothing wrong with that, because in a lot of like motivational circles, self-development circles, we when it comes to things like what's the word that I'm getting here at? Manifestation. Okay, so she's showing me how there's a different energy between wishing, hoping, and certainty. So just feel into the energy of that for a moment. Wishing, hoping, and being certain that something is the case. There is a magic in feeling the wish as being certain. Because let's just say that in the Fae realm and in Fae speak, a wish is something that is certain. A wish is magic. But there's something in the energy and the metaphor, and she's saying in the actual physical wishing well, that's significant. She's showing me a portal of energy. She's showing me the amount of energy that accumulates when you go to a pond, for example, or a fountain where people have made wishes, and there's pennies at the bottom of this fountain or at the bottom of the wishing well. A well is a portal. That's what she's showing me. A portal of the imagination. So when we spend time and give energy to the portal of our imagination, we shift the frequencies of our own energetic field and the environment around us. And she's showing me even the divine matrix now and the grid. She's showing me a grid network. I'm seeing it in green and golden light, so there's a connection here to healing. Also green and golden light, very much connected to the energy of Archangel Raphael. This energy of healing, this energy of transmutation, essentially this is what it is. We do this through the portal of the imagination. And the wishing well is the way that we do that. And I'm hearing speaking it into existence. Just like we've heard that good old phrase, words cast spells, and why we refer to spelling in that way. Again, there's something about the word or the phrase wish and wishing well that's significant here. Something about the energy of the W. She's showing me W, the letter W as being like a key. And I'm getting the number 8 with that. Like, what number is it in Scrabble? I don't even know. Like, why am I seeing that? I don't know. Okay, turquoise. So this goes back to the throat chakra and speaking, okay? A turquoise crystal is color blue. Its healing magic works on you. Again, we're coming back to the energy of healing here, the energy of turquoise. I'm also hearing old wives' tales. Like there's this belief. She's coming back to the power of belief here, and this goes back to imagination, because there is this belief that turquoise, you should never buy turquoise yourself. Turquoise should be given to you as a gift. I have no idea where that came from. I don't know where that came from. The same way that people will say, oh, they're your first tarot deck, you can't buy yourself, you need to be gifted it. It's total bullshit. It's total bullocks. Practice. After a while, you'll dance on air. Practice makes perfect. You're almost there. This is the practice of your imagination, visualization, meditation, okay? It is incredibly important that we have a practice of frequency. That's what she's showing me. One way to really easily get into this practice of frequency, in elevating your frequency, is through play. It's as simple as that. I'm going to pop some cards now from this Enchanted Map Oracle deck. I just got this deck yesterday. So I will be reading from the book for this one. But it's definitely, I don't know, there's something here about this particular deck is very attuned to Obviously, it being the Enchanted map, we're talking here about the journey that we are on, both individually but also as a collective. Commitment is at the bottom of the deck, 36. This one wants to pop out too. Follow the leader. Follow the leader, number 40. Okay, the number 4 could be significant. A lot of Fae energy, and I'm seeing ducks. Oh, ducks coming through again with this, and geese. Okay. In the last message that came through, we were talking about the month of February and ducks being a significant energy in that. Ducks being connected to Mother Isis, Mama Iset. Ducks being connected to being able to traverse the different realms. Ducks are also very connected to the Fae, is what she's showing me. And we do see a fairy here. And she's even saying angel energy. Interesting with that. Follow the leader. Is this connected to being committed to following your higher self? Following the higher path? One of the things that is really reiterated in this particular deck is about spirit being your true north, being connected to that, being connected to your higher self, being committed to that, okay? Number 9, 36, okay, that reduces to a 9. We are in a 9 year. There's a lot that's closing out with regard to old ways is what I'm hearing. And energy is shifting. Things are shifting. Things are not being done in the same way that they were. And this is part of it. This is part of it, was what she's saying, okay? I'm going to close out this reading. This one wants to commitment coming out again. Okay, I think she's made herself clear. So we'll read, she's directing me to read Follow the Leader. Wide open, 42, at the bottom of the deck. That's a 6. That's the energy of coming back into harmony with self. Wide open is embracing again that beautiful childlike energy, okay? Embracing the child within you, period. It's not just the inner child, right? Okay. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you, okay? You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you on a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. I'm also hearing with that like attracts like. So when your frequency, this is interesting, she's giving me a little insight here too into what we're feeling most of the time, okay? So if we're most of the time in an energy of love, most of the time in an energy of gratitude, because she's, laughing and saying to me, the human experience is one of varied emotions. It's something that, that's kind of the fun of it. The beauty of it is how she's showing me. It's like paint. I'm also hearing, interesting, I'm hearing nails on a chalkboard for some reason. Why does that feel very specific to someone who might be watching this? I don't know. So this nails on a chalkboard energy is about tending to our nervous system, okay? And understanding that regulating the nervous system is a lot simpler than we think it is. Even when we have experienced different degrees of trauma. And she's also showing me how, again, this is connected to the child within, right? Because there are a lot of traumas that we have experienced as children. And it's sometimes it can be difficult to access play because of that. She's bringing me back to the Page of Cups here. So this is very much about embracing your own heart, being sensitive to your own needs. And I'm also getting here, not feeling like you're left out in the cold. There's a wounding that could be there as well, where that's something that you yourself have to tend to, right? Nobody else outside of you is going to do that for you. You can get support and help from people, from trusted places, resources, people, absolutely. But in the end, it's about commitment to yourself. It's about fully committing to your own integration and healing, to your own transmutation, to one of the things that always comes up here is this energy of, especially as empaths, you loving yourself as much as you love something that is very dear to you. So where's the disconnect? Where's the disconnect and why? Why is it okay to be able to love something external to you and not give that same love to yourself, but know that you're capable of it? Because if you're able to give that love to something else or someone else, you're just as capable. That's indicative. This has come through before in other readings. I think it was the Venusians who brought this message through. That is an indication of your capacity to love, your ability to love. And at the end of the day, if we are all one, you are loving yourself. But it's about consciously directing that love to you. That's where the healing happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where you need to be wide open to that energy. She's wearing green in this, as you can see. I'm going to end off with that because every single one of these cards begins with a quote, right? Okay. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. And what I'm hearing is that you are safe in that, you are protected in that. There's a lot of energy with Archangel Raphael coming through for this. So call upon Archangel Raphael if that resonates with you. Calling upon whatever energies, including yourself, including your higher self here, to support you in this. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. The green fairy and the fae, for the most part, their energy is all about embracing our uniqueness and very much connected to the energy of the child within, the child that is us. I'm going to leave it there. She's directing me to leave it there, and she's also directing me, if you haven't already done this already, to find a picture of yourself as a child. She's showing me kind of like between the ages of like when you were a toddler, like maybe 3 or 4 to like 8. Yeah, that number 8 is significant for some reason. 8 is also connected to the energy of the self. It's also in some decks the Justice card, but it's also the Strength card too, which is connected to Leo and the energy of the sun, the energy of the heart, the energy of our soul, okay? Our individual needs is what she's saying as well to me. And us holding the key to that within each and every one of us, because there's keys in this particular deck, and your commitment to yourself is key. Your commitment to loving yourself like nobody else's business is key. I'm going to end it there. Thank you, beautiful green fairy, for being here with us, for sharing these messages with us. I thank you for sharing your time and your energy with us in this space. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. I will be back soon. Thank you for being here. In love and liberation always.